New at 5:30, the battle over redistricting. The defense has just begun in the trial in Raleigh, and the outcome could have a major impact on your vote this year.
Well, several groups are now trying to throw out the new electoral districts drawn by Republicans, saying they're just unconstitutional. Judges in Raleigh have to now decide whether these new districts will be used this year or if they'll have to change. Now, Democratic and nonpartisan groups have sued Republicans over the new redistricting map, saying they silence voters. Republicans are favored to win at least 10 of the state's 14 congressional seats. Republicans have denied using partisan data in creating the districts.
Now, a lot to break down in this case. Of course, let's bring in Fox 46 chief legal correspondent Seema Iyer, who has been following this trial here closely that started yesterday. And Seema, there's been a lot of testimony today on voter suppression with the black vote. Black North Carolinians not having the opportunity to vote for the candidate of their choice. How is that so here?
Okay, well, one witness was a historian, and he really spoke about our country and this black oppression for decades. Okay, so he had that laying the foundation. But then there was another witness, and she was an expert, Dr. Duchin. And let me just go a little back for you, okay? There's two sets of maps here. You're talking about the maps at issue, which are the 2020 maps, and they're called the 2021 plan. And then there are maps that all of the experts created. There are hundreds of thousands of maps. Now, when this expert testified, she really focused on the black vote, and she said basically that there was no opportunity for black North Carolinians to vote for their candidate of choice. There was just no realistic opportunity. And she said, and this was really powerful, we can't call a district effective for black voters if there are none there. Finally, she also addressed the defense's experts, saying that their plans, again, these sample plans that all of these experts have created, those plans are only addressing clusters. So when you look at a district, let's say you look at Mecklenburg County and you have different clusters of people, if you just focus on that cluster, you're able to say, oh, this is not biased, this is totally constitutional. I know it's really detailed and heavy with the data, but the ultimate issue in all of this is that these districts cannot be racially biased, and the state of North Carolina has to represent the people of North Carolina.
Yeah. You know, and Stephen, also today there has been some questions posed to the experts on intent. Great legal term we always hear. And is intent a factor here in creating these impartial maps? Yeah,
Brian, when we talk about intent, it's usually a murder trial, right? Or some violent crime, not this type of a political legal trial. But the reason I think the defense keeps asking the plaintiff's experts about intent is that the defense is trying to show that there was no legal intent to be racially biased in the recreation of the maps. Brian.
Okay, so I was texting with you last night on this very subject.
As usual.
That's right, trying to get a little bit more insight from you as the legal expert here. And I want to know the breakdown of the judges' political parties here. What are they, and is that even a real issue here?
Okay, so it is an issue, and I did the research for you. You also asked me who appointed whom. So there are two Republicans of the three judges on the bench, Poovey and Shirley. Those justices are Republicans. The Democrat is Dawn Layton. Governor McCrory appointed Justice Shirley. Governor Cooper appointed Justice Layton, and Poovey was elected. Poovey was elected to the bench. That's right. So that's how you've got your breakdown. And why does it matter? I'll tell you. Because if this case makes it to the state Supreme Court, the political table basically gets flipped, because if the state Supreme Court, Democrats have a 4-3 majority on that court. Guys, of course, I'll be back tomorrow. Trial continues.